people came out into the streets. I came out into the streets. And I couldn't care less. If I could die, I was in the demonstrating in front of the political police when they shoot the crowd and 4 people were killed. And I couldn't care for my life. So I do very well understand these brave people who have been demonstrating in Tunisia, in Egypt, calling for democracy and human rights.
We have had a whole influx of members who have physically experienced the transover from a communist regime into an open democratic regime in 1989. They have a personal narrative.
My się tego długo uczyliśmy w mojej części Europy. Mieliśmy wiele nieudanych prób w Polsce, w Poznaniu, później na Wybrzeżu, w Gdańsku, w Czechosłowacji, wcześniej jeszcze na Węgrzech, w Budapeszcie. A więc bardzo wiele upłynęło czasu, zanim się nauczyliśmy w sposób twardy, zdecydowany i przede wszystkim wspólny, wszyscy razem działać w kierunku stworzenia warunków demokratycznych.
I felt that the European Parliament should be absolutely central to the process of democratization, not just in our region, in Europe itself, the wider neighborhood, as we call it, the Arab world, for example, and countries to our east, but also worldwide. And a fundamental part of democracy is parliaments. And so some mechanism to help parliaments to grow their technology, the way they organize their business, we needed to have the capacity to help them. And that's really what the OPPD is.
We received in the European Parliament increasingly requests from parliaments of the new and emerging democracies who were looking towards the European Parliament to see how a parliament has been able to unite members coming from so many different states, coming from so many different parliamentary traditions and cultures, and to elaborate something new.
There's always these statements that certain people, certain kinds of people, certain parts of the world are not ready for democracy. The bottom line is that nobody is ready for anything else, frankly. That is what is so important.
If our international partners wait too long to ramp up its support, then we may lose the best chance Liberia has had in a generation.
And it was this institution that also gave us the first time anywhere in the world a pass, an identity card representing Timor-Leste in the European Parliament.
Sometimes we do get here people who have been imprisoned for their opinions. We also have to give voice to the victims of human rights violations. We can be supportive and we can give a voice to the civil society. We don't want to be teachers, but we realize that when, for instance, Tunisia or Egypt is putting in place a new democratic constitution, then we can advise them, and we can also tell other international organizations that these countries really need help.
Just concentrating on elections, even if they are fair, correct, and if we don't follow up, if we don't continue engaging to see if indeed democracy is practiced with independent media being able to function, with parliaments respected and doing their job, scrutinizing governments, with governments accountable, with civil society being able to express itself. If we don't care about that, then we are doing a disservice to democracy.
I think the wisest advice the European Parliament can give today is that, yes, get engaged, do the reform, move into the transformation process, but allow civil societies, allow the political society to establish new political parties, new political movements. So what we do is we offer strategic guidance. How do you develop such a new institution? We train staff. We provide best practices on how to set up equipment, logistical infrastructure.
J'ai remarqué qu'il y a quand même une certaine similitude entre les institutions de l'Union européenne et la CEMAC. Parce qu'il y a la Commission, il y a le Parlement, il y a la Cour de justice, il y a la Cour des comptes. Et les relations entre les institutions, c'est aussi une source d'inspiration pour nous.
Para nosotros es muy importante conocer cuál ha sido el proceso y la experiencia que ha tenido el Parlamento Europeo en su nacimiento, en su crecimiento, en su consolidación, en su visibilidad por la sociedad, cómo se ha trasladado hacia los ciudadanos y cómo los ciudadanos lo perciben. Estamos iniciando la etapa de las elecciones directas y bueno, para nosotros siempre el Parlamento Europeo ha sido una referencia.
Right now we are in the process of setting up of a television channel for the upper house of Indian Parliament, and we plan to telecast the entire proceedings in 22 recognized languages. Obviously for that we were looking for some kind of model or help, and we found this in European Parliament.
We should have a more ambitious approach towards democracy building, and that's what I'm pushing for now from within the European Parliament.
Gdyby nie upominano się o prawa człowieka w krajach Europy Środkowo-Wschodniej przez dziesięciolecia, gdyby te upomnienia nie przychodziły z Europy, wolnej Europy, ze Stanów Zjednoczonych, z innych demokratycznych krajów, jestem przekonany, żebyśmy nie wygrali. Wygraliśmy dzięki tym, którzy na Zachodzie upominali się o prawa człowieka w naszych krajach.